Good morning. How are you all today? Good. So we're gonna start our lesson. I'm gonna ask you some question. I want you to raise your hand to answer these questions. So what I wanna see what time do you wake up before you come to school? Yes, Talia. 7 o'clock? That's good. Yes, Corey. Oh, you wake up at 6? It's good. It's early, but that's good too. So what time do you have a breakfast? Yes, Selena? You have it at 6:30. That's good. So that means you sleep early. What time do you sleep? Let's see. Kylie, what time do you sleep? Oh, you sleep really early at 8 o'clock. That's good. Okay. So I want to show you these two things. I want you to turn and talk with your partner or whoever next to you and tell them if you use these in your lives and how. So after they talk together, they will share everything with me. So who would like to share how they use these things in their lives? Yes. Yeah, you know this, but you don't know how to use it. Good. Do you know the name of these two things or no? No. So I want you to share with your partner also and describe what do you see in this one and this clock. Just talk and share what do you see in each one. So who would like to share? Yes, Ariana. The first one, there's numbers. And this one also, there's number from, you can see from 1 to 12. That's right. There's two arrows here. That's right. Good job. So we're gonna start now. They're gonna watch the video. So this is gonna be the video. I wanna tell you all about my Saturday, but before I do, listen, I've just gotta say 60 minutes make up every hour on the clock, and 30 minutes is half an hour. Tick tock. So remember on the clock, 30 is half an hour. Now let me tell you of the day that almost went sour. Oh yeah. So after they watch the video, so I'm gonna count with them. So let's count five. Let's count 5 to 60. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So we'll keep counting like for maybe 2 to 3 times. And then I'm gonna ask you why it is important to know the time. So who would like to share with me? Yes. That's right. We can, yeah. When you have a schedule and you know what time you have to do everything, like homework, that's right. So you think it's important to our lives to know the time. Good. So now I'm gonna explain about these two clocks that we use in our lives. So the first one is the digital clock and the second one is the analog clock. And you see that the analog clock, it has from 1 to 12 the numbers. It has two hands. You can see one is small and one is short and one is long. And on the digital clock you can see only just the numbers. But so now on this one you can see we count from 5 to 60 by 5. So this is gonna be 5, this is gonna be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. So those are gonna represent the minutes. So the 12 represent the 60 and the 6 represent the 30. So this is gonna be 30 and this is gonna be the 60. So the 60, the 6, which is the 30, will be the half hour, and the 12 represent the hour. So if we'll let's see, the shorthand will represent the hour, and the longhand will represent the minutes. So if it's the shorthand, it's on the 8, and the long one it's on the 12, which represent the hour. So the time is 8 o'clock. But if we move the longhand to the 6, which means 30 minutes, which is half hour, so it's gonna be 8:30. So let's do another example. Let's do if the short one is on the 2 and the long hand is on the 12. So the short is gonna be the hour, and the long one will be the minute, so it's gonna be 2 o'clock. But if we move this one to the 6, the long one to the 6, it's gonna be the 2:30. So if we know this one, it's gonna be easy to know this one, because this 20 will represent the hour, and the 30 will represent the half hour. So it's like 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. But if it's 7:30, it's gonna be 7:30. 7:30. So we have to put the 30. We don't put 6, we put the minutes. If you wanna just go back, just remember to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can know you have to put 30 here. So we're gonna play a game now. I want you all to stand up, and you're gonna present the analog clock, and some students will present the long and the short hands of the clock. So, and then I'm gonna tell you time, and you have the 2 hands has to move. The 2 hands have to move and show me the right time. So we're gonna play this game for about like maybe 4 to 5 times. The student will just change and take turn like to represent the 2 hands. After that, I will give each student a sheet that has analog and the digital clock. And now I'm gonna give each student will have this sheet. You can see that you have the analog clock and the digital clock. I want you to use 2 different crayon colors. So the first, like if you want to use red, make sure to use the red for the shorthand. If you want to use like black, you can use the black for the long hand. And then you can use it when you represent all the time on the whole sheet. So if I'm gonna use, the blue one for the short one, and the black one gonna be for the long hand. So if I'm gonna say the time is 3 o'clock. So the short one, the 3 o'clock, the short hand will be the blue one. I will just draw a hand, small hand, and the long one be on 3. And I'm gonna write it's 3 o'clock, and on the digital clock it's gonna be 320. Let's give you another example. If I say the time it's 8:30. So make sure you use the same one as you used before, the blue one on the short on the 8, and the long one gonna be on the 6 because it represents the minutes. So it's 8:30, and you make sure you put 8 and 30. You just don't put the 6, you have to put the minutes. Just remember, you have to count and put the 30 here. So I want you to work with a partner. By turn, one of you tell the time and the other one will just draw the two hands and write the digital clock here. And I will just go around and see if you need any help. Before that, I will make sure that they understand the difference between the short and the long hands, and also if they understand what the 12 and the 6 represent on the clock. So when they are working, I'll just go around and see how they are doing, if they need help, or if they understand the activity or what they need to do on the sheet. So after that, after they finish, I will let them share as a group on the table, and then they will meet me at the carpet and share it as a whole class together. After they finish, I'll just tell them that. So each one will have a book that say My Time Book. And this, you have to just make sure to write your name, and the book also will have a different routine they do daily. Like in the morning, I wake up at like whatever time they wake up. So you have to fill this one and just put the two hands. Use the hands with different colors, and you have to write the digital time here. Also, you can color, draw whatever you think you want to do on the pictures here. So after they finish the assessment, so I want to reteach the lesson for some student. What I do is I'm gonna use I will have student, then I'm gonna draw I wanna draw, and I will let them to draw the analog clock. So I will also draw the right number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So after they do that, after they draw their analog clock, I will let them create two hands, the long and the short, with the two different colors. After they finish, I will just explain one more time that this is like the short hand and the long hand. When it's like that, it's gonna be 1 o'clock, and just go around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and just go around to just make it 12, and just make sure that they understand the 12 is the hour and the 6 is the half hour. And if they want to do like 1:30, they have to move the yellow one instead, the long one, not the short one, to make it 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. So to make sure that they understand it also, so I will tell them time, and they have just to move the two hands and show me that they understand it. And also I'm gonna do that the same, like I'm gonna ask them to tell me the time, like what's the time here, they have to tell me. So after that, I will have also like workstation, so student can work like a puzzle, like to match the hour and half hour time with the they have time, and they have to match it with the right analog clock or the digital clock. And also I will have the tic-tac-toe game, also about time. When we finish after that, I will tell them to meet me at the carpet. So I want everyone to meet me at the carpet. So I want you to turn and talk with your friend next to you. and just say whatever you have learned in this in today's lesson. Then I'll give them time to just share. After that, they will share as a group, as a whole group. So who would like to share? Yes. Yes, Talia. About the two clock, the digital and the analog clock. Yes, Katie. About the two hands. So yeah, the one of them is the long, one of them the short. Yes. Great. So now you can go home and you can tell your parents that you learned something new about the time. So whenever the time is 7, you can tell them it's 7, or 7:30, you can tell them it's 7:30. So this will be the lesson.